Recording in progress.
So this is the weekly outlook meeting. It's the 12th of August. And the first thing we want to look at is what is upcoming on the fundies. As you can see, there's quite a bit of fundies today, but none of them are in the New York session. The ones you got to watch out for are on tomorrow, PPI and core PPI. All right. Then also on Wednesday, CPI and month to month, and also over in Australia, employment change. That could have a major deal right there. And then you got core retail sales and unemployment claims in on Thursday. So there's a lot happening just before we open the room. So be aware of that. Make sure you're flat before any one of those in the fundies right there. All right. So let's take a look and see what we got for alerts for tonight. And let me pull them up here. An alert. How do we go to alerts? It'll be easier to see. So first one was at 3:33, and I talked about the. Hold on, just let me make sure it stays up here. There we go. All right, so I got the dollar index. I have it up. It's not clear yet. I'm going with it up for now. If it reverses, we plot the target. So let's go look at it and see what it is now. And now you can see it's obviously to the downside. All right. So so all these alerts will have to be revised, or you just need to remember to flip them. Okay. So back to the alerts, and the first one I got is the Aussie yen. All right. Now, remember, they're obviously doing contrarian things here, all right? So it's one of the reasons the chart said it was going down. I took it down, even though it normally goes up, all right? So you can see MACD is rolling over here. I got alert for it at sell at 96.90 right up here, right there, all right? And the target limit price is 94.64. Wow, which is way down there going on. Way down here. Wow, it's even further than that. Oh, way down here, 94.72. Whew, big trade, folks, right there. Huge. Man. There it is, right there. Bunch of money can be made there if it goes. All right. All right, back to the alerts. The next one was going to be the Euro Aussie. All right. No majors tonight. Euro Aussie, I got it up. It's now going to the upside, and entry price is 66.12. It's at 66.13. So get a little pullback here, and you're in. Trade 1 is there. Trade 2 is there. The limit price is 67.58 right there. All right. So that one's underway. Pretty close. Be watching that while we're in class tonight, because it's got an Aussie in it, which means it can move pretty easily. All right, next one is going to be the Swiss yen. All right. Also, this is a sell that's already underway, as you can see. And I got it as a sell. Let me get the target. It's a big target down there. I got a sell at 169.88. Is that we're 80 right now? So 8 pips into it. I need a break and a hook. And then there's trade 1. There's trade 2 right there. The limit price is 168 even right there. There you go. Very close to happening. Be watching it. All right. All right. And then the last one was right here. It was the pound New Zealand. All right. Pound New Zealand. I have it as a buy. All right. So I'm waiting to go up here. It has not broken yet. As you can see, I got it as an entry price at 21.34. Right about there, and the target is there, and the limit price is 21400 right there. There you go. All right, anybody got any questions on that? A couple of them ready to go, so be on top of it if you can. All right, there we go. Hopefully it makes you some pips tonight. That's it. All right, so our number one thing we do here on Monday night is we do a swing trade. We try to find what we call the real estate of the week trade, and we base that off the ATR that the currencies are currently doing. There we go. And move this over here, make it smaller. Over here, very big. There we go. All right. So first thing is to bring up the ATRs. All right. So we're only looking for big ATRs. Those currencies that can get up and run like crazy. You can see the first one is the Aussie yen right there. Oh, it's nice to see that one back here. That's for sure. We got the Swiss yen, 217 pips. We got the Euro yen, 272 pips. And we got the pound yen, where are you? 361 pips. That should be plenty. If we don't find them, we'll go down to the lower strata. All right. So there we go. All right. So what we do is we go to the first currency, which is the GJ. All right. And we pop up the 240 chart. We don't do this lower than the 240. And we're looking to come up in this range, especially if dollar goes down. All right. So boy, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Let's see. All right, so you pop up find the top, which is the day chart top. It's what you did maybe a week ago, maybe 2 days ago, whatever it is. That's why you got to find it. 207.91. 207.91 is the value of the day chart top. We're going to subtract where we are right now, 187.71. And that equals 2,000 pips. All right, so it won't go that far. Currencies do not go further than 1,000 pips. So we're going to arbitrarily bring this down to right here where you got a 2618 and you got S4, R9 right there. We're going to do that. We're going to change it to that. So the target is 195.63. He said, well, I didn't know they don't do that. That's why you need to be with a mentor. All right. A mentor knows this stuff. People out there in TikTok have no clue. All right, and we're going to subtract 187.77, 187.77, and it equals 786 pips. Pretty big move right there, folks. All right, let's go look at the EJ. All right, EJ, looking for, if the dollar goes down, we're looking for it to go up. Let's go up to the 240 chart. Already got it in a channel here, and we're going to target the R6 up here where we got a 4.236 and an R6 right there. All right, so we pop up the calculator 170, 170, 170.20, 170.20. Subtract current price. This is 160.71. 160.71 equals 949 pips. Woo, just to here. Wow, that's crazy. And not even just to here, not even where it could go way up there. All right, next one is the pull it back here. Next one is the AJ, and we may opt for a lower ATR just because of the way it's structured to do. We got AJ, and AJ we have tonight going to the downside, so this is gone. All right, now does that make any sense? GJ up, EJ up, AJ down. It doesn't make a lot of sense. MACD says we're going up. All right, so we have to consider this as a pullback, not anything else. All right, I've got it to the downside. Man, I'm a little leery of this one now. Let me look at the Three Musketeers and see what they say. Three Musketeers say, yeah, we're going down. Yeah, we're going down. Yeah, we're going down. Yeah, we're going down. Yeah, we're going nowhere. Yeah, we're going down. We're about to go down. It says we're going down, folks. So we pop a line on here from the swing low to the swing high right there, and you're already in a breakout right now to the downside. All right, well, it is what it is. Where are we going? Well, we're not going very far because the day chart bottom's here. Although there's a new day chart bottom down here. Let's go ahead and use that one right there. All right. But that's it. All right, so we're not going to do the AJ tonight, and the CJ. All right, CJ up to the 240 chart. Don't do swing trades lower than the 240. So you can see the big picture. All right. All right, CJ, I got it to the downside right now. Let me get rid of this. And there's no room to the downside, as you can see. So by default, it ends up being the GJ and the EJ, with the EJ being not almost 1,000 pips to the downside. Is that to the upside? Sure, sorry. All right, wow. Okay, let's go figure it out. Let's go down to 60 here. All right, let's make sure I got all the right data. I got this move right here, and if I'm targeting the top up here, all right, so I need to extend those fibs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the 240 chart, and I'm going to extend the fibs because I'm looking for a target up in this area here. Now I'll run out of fibs, so I'm going to take this top, stop. Do they know him? 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 They know him. Okay, so I'm good with that. All right, so here's one thing you got to remember. You always need to be willing to adjust. Always be willing to adjust. Stay neutral until the chart says you're a buyer or a seller. Until then, you're neutral. What happens to people? How do I know this? I got a t-shirt for this. They get biased. It's going down, man. I know it's going down. It's going down. Yeah, but all this information says we're going up. Yeah, but I know it's going down. I know it's going down. It's got a gut feeling about that. And I take the trade and I lost. And what was wrong? Well, my buddy would say, well, because you were biased, you idiot. I've been trying to tell you you're biased. Don't get biased. All right. So let's go see 240 looking okay. Let me redo this channel a little bit. On the bottom, let me get it. From the swing low, go through this swing right here. I'm going to here. All right. Now they almost proved the heart line, but they did miss it. So it's not a working, it's a working channel, but it's not a real channel at this point yet. All right, let me take it down to a 60. All right, there we go. Ooh, man. Some big wide open spaces in here, that's for sure. I already got the fibs on. So we're looking at the 4.236 is at the R8. Well, so it can get there, folks. We've got two reasons to get up here. All right. So here is the opportunity. 987 pips. That's a big move, a monster move. All right. So there's the opportunity. Trade one is going to be right here. Trade two is going to be here. Trade three is going to be here. Trade four is going to be here. Trade five is going to be here. And trade six is going to be here. And trade seven is going to be here. Oh my gosh. If you get all those, and Kay's probably here tonight, I didn't check, but if Kay's here, she'll probably pull 10,000 pips out of that thing. There's Kay, right? So there you go, Kay. Whoop, baby, mama mia, right? You're looking at where you are to where you could get, right, Larry? And we're not even at the day chart yet. The day chart is even higher than that. All right, so because we got all this back here, all this up here, see this up here. So we got a lot even further than that, but why am I doing that? Because of the fib sequence. Okay, so let's remember this. All right, this is good to know. Good, I'm glad you brought. All right, so you see where this is 987. Our EJ is 949. All right, now there is another one, another fib over here. It's 987 plus 610. So what's that? 1597, something like that. That's 1,597 pips. What does the average currency do if it does do a full trend? 1,000 pips. That's it, which is 987 plus a couple. That's it. So anytime I'm over 987, I don't go further than that. I don't go further than that because it's what happens is at the lowest level you can be. Okay, let's give you an example. You're a person who works on the street in London, and your job is to go down to the wholesale place and buy a whole bunch of apples, and you pay 25 cents for them, and you go out on the street and try to sell them to people for 50 cents. All right, you sell them all, you had a good day. All right? Well, the next day you go back and they say, well, the price of apples is 26 cents. Oh, okay, well, I can still charge 50. I'm good. All right. So you do that. All right. Then they come back and the currency has moved 1,000 pips. Now what do they say? I'm sorry, the apple is worth 35 cents. Well, I can't sell that for 50. I have to sell that for 70 cents. And that's why you get hyperinflation. And if you have hyperinflation, what happens? The central bank intervenes. All you got to do is watch what happened in the United States in the last 3 years. All right. The central bank intervened. We now got interest rates out of the wazoo. We got all kinds. It's all bad. All right. Because the government thinks they can take care of us. So it's all bad. But anyway, This is our opportunity. We can take advantage of bad stuff. All right. All right, so big trades up there. All right, so when do I put my entry orders in? You put this one in now, 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 and you put this one in now. All right, now we're only targeting, oh yeah, we are tucking the 4.236. Woo, way up there. We still got more up there. So there's a lot of trades. Now you say, why don't you give me the levels? Because that doesn't make you a trader. That gives you the information. Go put the levels on your charts and then put your entry orders in. Well, I don't know. I'm not confident in that. Why aren't you confident? Well, I don't know. Well, that's because you're not confident because you haven't done 300 of every one of those things. Once you're done your 300, you don't have any fear about putting the lines on because you know how to get them. All right. What happens to traders? I don't want to do that. I just want to trade, man. Why don't you just give me a trade? That's what they want. And that doesn't work. All right. Not if you're trying to teach somebody to trade. Now, if you're trying to scam people, it works great. All right. We're not here to scam people. All right. Big trade on that EJ. Whew. Man, oh man, oh man. Huge. Want that? Hold on just a second. POPW. Up. We'll see if we get it. All right. Now, remember, it's a yen cross. That means that the Bank of Japan does not want this thing to go up. They want this thing to go down because that would raise the price. All you got to do is look back here. Gee, I wonder if they want it to go down. Gee, I wonder if they want it to go down. Gee, I wonder if they want it to go down. They want it to go down. So you're also going to fight the Bank of Japan to the upside. So don't be afraid of that. All right. Take them on as an adversary, but say, I'm going to beat you because I'm going to be on top of my stops. And you're not going to take my money, you sucker. That's what you do. All right. All right. So EJ is on the board. Let's look at GJ. Actually, not as big, which is amazing to me that it's not bigger. But because I'm going up in this area, I gotta extend this fib now all the way up to here. So you get on it. There you go. There we go. Stop. Do they know the numbers? 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 Okay, they know the numbers. All right, so therefore they will know the numbers. They'll know this number. They'll know this number. They'll know this number, and they'll know this number, and of course, then they're going to know the top. Right. So there you go. Prove to yourself that the bankers are using the numbers that you have determined the chart is telling you it's doing. All right. So let me go down to a 60 now, and as you can see, it's a pretty good angle. Here we go. All right. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, but that's not a L8 wave. Why? Because 4 went into 1. So it's not trending yet. Right. So what that means is that this is a big box right here. That's a big box, right? And they're trying to break out of that box to the upside. Hopefully, we'll see. All right, depends what the dollar does. What if the dollar goes up today? Then this is going to break out down, and we won't have a real estate of the week trade. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, what are you going to do? You wait for the information. We're already out of this uptrend. Do I need to keep it? Hard line proved, hard line proved, hard line proved, hard line proved. Yes, I keep it. So once I keep it, I say to myself, this is a false breakout. That's what I say. I don't know that it is. I don't know that, but my brain immediately goes to, it's out of the trend. What are you going to do with that? It's a false breakout at this point. Now, can it be real? Well, it could be real. Why? How do I know that? Take a look at the MACD. What does MACD say? We're following those candles down. So this could be a sell, not a buy. All right. So I'd actually like it better to the downside because I'd get the Bank of Japan to help me. Look at this. See, that's why I'd like to take this trade to the downside because I'll get a bunch of help from a big bank and I'll be on the right side of the order flow, which is the key every day. All right. So we got the GJ going up, however, 786 pips. Now you're gonna have to be cautious of this. That's a long way up there, the R5. All right. And let me put a new fib on here. We'll take this last move. All right. Try to stay current. It's not, they're going to use all the pips, so you don't have to worry about whether you got a wrong one. It's just a matter of which one are they using. Swing low, swing high. Oh, wrong tool. Get the right tool, Scott. All right, so over here, swing low, right over here. Swing high, swing low. All right, now that gives me targets to the upside, and I can see the 2.618 is above that R8. And the day chart top is way up there. I don't think we should try to go that high, quite frankly. I think we should go up here to the R8 because if it follows the trajectory right here, R8 would be a good trade. All right. So there we go. All right. Now we're going to have to bounce back up. If we don't bounce back up, then this isn't going to exist. All right. Now you can see the trade right here. Go to the R6. There's the trade right there. All right, so we're going to need to have a bounce back in up into the channel right there. All right, then trade one will be above that. Trade one is here. Trade two is here. Trade three is here. Trade four is here. Trade five is here. Trade six is here. Wow, still a big trade, any way you look at it. All right, how do I trade real estate as a month trade? The key of the whole thing is trade number one. Trade number one, when you get it on, you put a limit right there and don't touch the limit. All right. Now, the problem is the currency is not going to go straight up like that. It's not going to do that. It's going to go up, it's going to bounce, it's going to go up, it's going to bounce, it's going to go up, it's going to bounce, it's going to go up. Now, if trade one goes on, your job is to get it to break even. And you will, and the thing to do is now I wouldn't move it until I broke the 1270 up in this area. This is the area I would move to stop. I would go to break even. I won't go to +5. I won't go to 15. I won't go to 30. I will leave it alone. All right. So I can live through this first gyrations. All right. The first gyrations are always the hardest. All right. So you can, all you got to do is come back here and watch them do it here. All right. Here's the first gyration right there. And then they go. All right. That's what they do. All right. So why? Because they established the move, but they didn't get all the traders in. So they established the move down, but they pull back up to get the rest of the traders in. What they do up here, same exact thing. All right. So they took off here. All right. And they took off here. And then what they did, pull back. Now, time of day ended up being a problem for them here. But once they broke here, then they pulled back here in a bear flag to keep it going. See, I mean, that's what they do. All right. So the hardest thing on one of these trades is to hold on to trade one, even though everything in your right brain is telling you, put it in the bank. You're up 120 pips. Put it in the bank. And your answer is, sorry, I'm not doing that, Mr. Right Brain. Mr. Left Brain has pulled it to break even. We're not here for these lousy 150 pips. We're here for the 700, 800 pips that's here. That's what you got to do. Let's look at it, Andy. All right. Yeah. Well, you know, you got a breakout here. So you got to go with the breakout first. First is it's a breakout. Number two, MACD tells you we're below the zero line break. So at this point in time, you figure that's a pullback to bring in more sellers to the downside. That's at this point in time. Later on, you might find it's up here and you go, okay, well, that wasn't what it was doing. It's doing this now. And you adjust. See that, Andy? Does that make sense to you? It's the reality of trading, Andy. Trading is, and that's why the market's going to take 25% of your trades away from you. So remember this. The market's going to take 25% away from me. Do I bitch and moan about the 25%? No, it's the other 75 that I care about. All right. Can I get to a 65% win ratio? If I can, and I have an average pip capture of 35 pips, I'm sustainable for the rest of my life. Do that for 6 months and then go fund your account by $25,000 and you're good. You know, cash in your SEP IRA, because now once you know you're sustainable, here's the problem. Most traders don't know they're sustainable because they don't keep track of the metrics. They don't know they're sustainable because they still take losses. Guess what? You're going to take 25 to 35% losses. No, you're not going to hear that on TikTok. No, you're not going to hear that on Facebook. No, you're not going to hear that on Instagram. Here's the reality of trading. You're going to take 25 to 35% of your losses. All right. That's why it's critical that you make the 65% over 35 pips average pip capture. How do I do that? I always press my winner. That's how you do it. And then you pick up a real estate of the week trade, a couple of weeks of the year, the month, and the next thing you know, you're knocking down big pips. All right. So pound yen. If we get a bounce, and I don't know, it's already got a breakout, but it is got a good candle to the upside, and keep your losses small. Exactly right. Or do what Robin does when she gets 55 pips. She knows that's a pip sequence number. She grabs the 55 pips. Well, that's not a problem because she's got another. She didn't take all her lots off. She just took one when she got 55. Oh, the next one got to 34. I'm nearing the end. I'll put that in the bank. I'll hold trade one. See what I get. That's trading, folks. That's figuring it out, following a plan, and then executing the plan. And Robin is one of the best there is. All right. So I've known Robin a long time. Never met Robin in person, but we have been friends for 15, 20 years. Unbelievable. Anyway. All right. Everybody good with what we're talking about here? We're coming out of this, so let's get rid of that. Oop, I just lost my fibs. Hold on. Or do I still have them? Oh, come on. Yeah, I still got them. Okay, I'm good. All right. Anybody got any questions? Wasn't very long tonight, but we only got two, and they're biggies. They're monsters. So if you get them, you're going to be great. Everybody good? Any questions from anybody? Remember, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I blocked the time off. You're not gonna upset me by saying I'd like to ask you a question. That's gonna upset me. I blocked the time off already. All right. But if we don't have questions, then we should just blow it off and you go back and spend some time with your significant other. All right, you're good. Everybody's good. All right, I'll see you in the morning, everybody. Talk to you later.